Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to... So we've only got one more extra DLC thing that I can really play at the moment. In all honesty, I would be kind of happy to do a new game plus. And this is really one of those games that would benefit from doing a new game plus. The only thing I guess I could say is it's in a similar situation to Borderlands 1, in the sense that Borderlands 1 really does kind of need friends to play with it and for you to play through it twice, but you really don't have enough time, at least I don't in my life, since I have more games than time at this point. I just can't ever play Borderlands 1 a second time when I have Borderlands 2 and Borderlands pre-sequel to play. In similar case with Resident Evil 5, is I really can't play Resident Evil 5 a second time when there's just so many other games to play. One of which is including Resident Evil 7, which I don't own at the moment, but we'll have to eventually get down to it. I wanted to come in here and just show off, I suppose, once again, the costumes. Like, these costumes won't show up, I'm almost certain, in the DLC we're doing, so, but I don't think it's really worth an effort to do a chapter select, and try and find a place to play just to show off an outfit. No, what we have left to do is Desperate Escape. Mercenaries Reunion is just a newer version of Mercenaries. Fine enough to play. There's just too much game in this game, honestly. You're overwhelmed with a lot of content that would have worked very well when this first came out. And it did work very well when this first came out. And the gold edition came out, at least when you had all this content. But in modern day, on Steam, with so many games coming out these days and so much variety and a significant number of players who want to play first-person shooters preferring to play against real players, whether it's in your Call of Duties, your Battlefields, Battlefronts, or PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, any of those games have pulled a significant number of players away from a single-player action shooter game. Particularly, also, all of those series have pulled away players from horror as an element. Like, horror used to be the #1 reason you'd play a first-person shooter, particularly in single-player experiences. You were shooting monsters, you were shooting creatures. Now, you just shoot people and nobody bats an eye at it. That's how far we've kind of evolved in our thinking. There definitely were parents at a previous generation that would have been upset with seeing even their teenage kids playing games shooting each other. Nowadays, parents are perfectly fine with it as long as their kids aren't screaming racial epithets into the chat mics. That's too much of a setup, though. Let's hop into this. So it kind of sucks. We desperately needed a story or some game with just Sheva and Josh. But it doesn't happen. Capcom was not confident enough to have two new characters together, even in a DLC piece. So we now have Jill and Josh is not really much of a character. He's really only set up to be a male character that you can play as with Jill. But even at that, I wouldn't be surprised if Jill is the first selection. Again, for this DLC, I'm just gonna go with amateur. That worked out fine enough, and we didn't get really rewarded. We just got a score at the end of it.
Jill.
So this is clearly a big spoiler for the like most emotionally impactful fight in the entire main game. Hmm. Both Chris and probably Jill look completely different here than in the previous games.
God, I was still aware. Oh, forgive me. It's all right. Thank you.
It's also worth mentioning, it makes no sense why Jill is in charge of,
I'm gonna be all right.
like,
You do need to stop.
why a Ouroboros or,
This is your only chance.
well, it wasn't Ouroboros, it was a Las Plagas. Yeah, why was this Las Plagas creature on her chest instead of in her like every other zombie?
You're the only one who can. Before it's too late.
Like, was Wesker perhaps putting a different Las Plagas on her chest every few weeks? That way it couldn't get strong enough to fully control her and wipe away her brain and her skills, but it was strong enough to keep her under his control. Like, no other monster that I can think of in the entire Resident Evil series has ever, just through controlling a heart, or through being on top of the skin, worked that way. Everybody else has either been infected and completely changed, or partially changed. Yeah, we're going with a very classic trope. And well, why in the world is she in high heels?
Hey, can you hear me? Are you alright? Are you alright?
See, I thought she'd pass out and then it'll appear somewhere else.
Good. You are awake.
Military people don't carry smelling salts?
You are Jill Valentine.
Who are
Maybe some of them don't.
Captain Josh Stone, BSAA West Africa branch. I've got to say,
West Africa.
get the chance to meet you.
Interesting. I was thinking it was East Africa, honestly, with the oil fields and all of that, but
Sheva and Chris.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they both went after Wesker. He's on some tanker.
I saw one anchor offshore. Do you know where they are headed?
Yeah, but it's already left. It's too late to get to it now.
It's never too late. I got a helicopter waiting and I'm going after Sheva.
You got room for one more?
There's always room for a beautiful lady.
I bet you say that to all the girls.
This is more characterization of Josh than the entire main game. Unless I'm misremembering the layout, like, you walk through this door, you exit this way, and that's where they got on the ship. So, like, I don't know how you get into a Tricell facility and end up having to escape. They were just in a Tricell facility. Was that DOG? Or DOA? So we are playing as Jill by default. So I guess in Capcom, a Japanese company's mind, playing as a familiar character trumps playing as a male. And he's got just a handgun and I've got this machine gun.
Helicopter's waiting on the other side of this mountain range. Hurry! Sheva may need our help.
Got it.
So I guess maybe what this is we're going to maneuver ourselves in such a way that and we're just kind of in it. Like, I suppose we're just gonna maneuver ourselves through this area, and maybe this will get us into a new area instead of a very different area. What is he shooting at? He's shooting at a guy here. And I don't know if I'm wasting bullets or hurting him at all. Like, it could be that that guy is simply not triggered to take damage. But if that is the case, that's a special instance, because I've never seen anybody else not work that way. In a funny way, you're kind of perfectly safe to just let Josh take some enemies out for you and save you some bullets. Wow, just instantly. Wow, an instant damage. And she's got some different moves, definitely. She's got stab and like, wow. I can't be certain that I'm hitting him. And wow, that knife was a quick kill. So let's go ahead and give this.
Thank you.
And hopefully we can find a item. A red. Like, this is pretty brutal. Now we have the transport area key. Unfortunately, I can't. I'll have to walk around here to get this. Not 100% sure how big this is. Like, unlike the previous DLC, which was kind of empty, this is a little bit quicker on the action. I don't know why anybody would want to climb up here. We climb up here. I guess this was just a different path. It's nice and round, so that's probably an experiment on can they have round areas instead of right angle things, which is mostly of what she's been doing.
Careful out there.
Is he gonna die?
You take it.
Okay.
Flash grenades.
You take it.
Understood.
There's something to get there, but then I think we're kind of already set up to leave. And I think we probably should just get out of here. Yeah. Even though she has these stabbing motions, she's still very much seems to have a deep stabbing action she can do. The fact that you can get through. I got some rifle weapons. And so we're already checkpointed. Yeah, this just feels like, unless we're gonna get forced into this tri-cell section. Can't open it from here, so I need an assist jump.
Just wait here.
Which probably how do I jump down? I don't. And I can't jump across, so I'm about to die. Interesting. And they had him record a different response. So what I need to do is give him this gun, and give him this, and give him this, and give him this, and then just go ahead and use this. And then now it says jump me up.
Just wait here.
And just try to not allow any of them to hit me. And I don't think I can fully get down there, so I'm gonna have to go down this way. This is a 2-team operation. These guys are not taking much damage, so I feel like it's very possible that we have some really upgraded weapons. Like higher upgraded than even what I got in the first playthrough. Wow, it seems strange she went from being super powerful to struggling to lift a wooden bar. There you go.
I need your rifle.
Take these.
And
I need ammo.
Take these.
and we'll just
I need ammo.
take all the things we have. Like, I don't know if Josh is gonna use any of the guns or weapons we give him. And I imagine those guys were supposed to appear quicker and not get stuck in the door.
Hey, Josh, still having fun out there?
I was until you interrupted, Doc. I'm headed to your position, and I'm bringing a lady.
I don't remember picking up women being part of the mission. Is she cute?
Show some respect. This is Jill Valentine you're talking to.
Wow, all three of them.
Miss Valentine! Sorry you had to get picked up by that meathead. I'm here for you if you need to talk to a real man.
Conda Chada, Doc. Josh out.
So, like, there's an assist up there, and there's some explosives this way. This looks like we're gonna be in a... Yeah, I can hear a chainsaw guy behind us. How did he get there? Like, and I'm hoping this is a case of people not being very powerful. And hopefully that was everything. See, there's people on top. Oh, another one? Seriously? Can I keep him busy? Or is he gonna chop off my legs? A rotten egg, which I could sell a rotten egg, but I can't really do too much more with it. I'm trying really hard. Wow. Trying to get guns. Did I get that shotgun shell or not? Seriously? Another guy? I hope he doesn't kill my guy. Like,
I'll cover you. Just watch your back.
I got hand grenades and I'm full. Somehow. Where is he? Let's see. Like, I'm getting all of these stuff while Josh over there is getting chased by a chainsaw villain. So is Josh just immortal right now, or what? Where's the exit here? Like, desperate escape is right.
Hey, Josh, still having fun out there?
I was until you interrupted, though. I'm headed to your position, and I'm bringing ladies.
I don't remember picking up women being part of the mission. Is she cute?
Show some respect. This is Jill Valentine you're talking about.
Hey, Miss Valentine! So you had to get picked up by that...
Calm the chowder, dog. Josh out.
So, where's this guy? Where is he? Like, I don't see him. Let's jump down for a better view, I suppose. Is he back this way? There's two of them. So. Let's just find the emergency exit and see if we can move forward. Like, where is it? I guess it's here. Yeah, that definitely didn't feel like a scenario where, like, you really should.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think you really get anywhere by hanging around. And if you're just playing this game as a desperate escape, maybe that's all there is to it. Now, I can pretty well tell you I've never played this DLC before, but it's not great.
Josh, I'm sorry, but I have to go to the communication facility. There's something I have to tell Chris.
Okay, but don't think you can get rid of me that easily. The chopper is waiting for us beyond the communication facility.
So I saw something, but I don't know. Like, I can try to clear the path as much as I want. It's hitting the wall. But I'm also probably wasting my bullets on some unimportant people. See, there's a rocket launcher. There's all kinds of things everywhere. Alright, let's reload this. Input this. Combine this with this and then use this. And then that gives us our health. And whatever she tries to tell Chris, she doesn't tell Chris.
You take it.
Like, there's no point in which a message comes to Chris in the game, except for at the very end of the game. Looks like we'll have to blow the door if we want to get through. And it didn't even... That's kind of strange. That I guess they needed to explain that line of dialogue a little bit better. I feel like each one of these rocks are potentially going to blow up. You're going to assist jump me? No telling how long this is, but clearly you can't lollygag too much. Like, this game clearly wants you to move forward at a fast pace. And it will just constantly throw enemy things towards you. That's not good. I didn't know he could work his way down that way. And we've got new people shooting things at us. It's just knocking us down, though. It's not actually hurting me, which I find sort of strange. Left trigger. Use. Break that open. And there's more things that can be broken as far as rocks. I'm not sure if there's a real reason though. And I suppose that's as much as you can do. Like all these rocks look like they're breakable for no real reason other than maybe some sort of achievement or something that just, you know, doesn't exist on Steam. Not because Steam doesn't have achievements, but because these old games simply didn't spend any extra money or energy to input them all. Let's see, how do we get to menu? We do this, we can give this, we can combine this with this, and that's all we can really do. So it's been 30 minutes and it's been pretty much non-stop action. I wouldn't be surprised if it is just another 30 minutes, even maybe a little bit less. One assumes that if we're taking out a infinite stream of chainsaw guys, that we will see some kind of Ouroboros enemy reused. I kind of suspect there won't be any new enemies, but there was a new enemy in the other DLC, and it's kind of strange that that didn't exist. If anything, I would say the new enemy in the previous DLC should show up in this DLC as just, oh, there was a few running around and you just didn't see any in the main game. That's somewhat believable for as rare as the bosses are. Or it could be the executioner from the main game. If there was more than one of those guys, that'd be alright too. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. If you like what I'm doing and want to support me, gift me a Steam game. That helps more than watching ads. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.